Love you, Jarrod. Woo!
Hard work.
Dedication.
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 Please sit. We got to get started, and I don't have a lot of time
Take your time.
to really go lengthy. But how many are excited to be here? You know, this weekend, for many of you, is going to be life-altering. It's going to be life-changing. There's some things that are going to take place in your business careers. There's some things that's going to take place in your family life. You just saw an example of that. That's all we are. We're not celebrities. We're not rock stars. We're just examples of regular people that have a burning desire for some things to change. And what we'll see today and throughout this weekend is more examples of people so you can identify and have what I call a portrait of possibilities for you to see yourself in the picture. And so, before I even get started, I want you to do me a favor, stand to your feet, and give it up for Coach Hill. Now, I want you, as you're still staying standing.
Oh.
We're going to shop later, but I want you to really take a moment right now as you're standing, as the energy is flowing through your very cells. I want you to really picture yourself. Picture yourself not as a possible diamond, not as a maybe diamond, not as a wishful or hopeful diamond, but I want you to picture yourself right now as you're standing. What diamond is going to mean for you when the paperwork catches up? Wait a minute. I want you to close your eyes for a second. We're going to train. My training is going to be 7 minutes and I'm done. But I want you to imagine this because no training in the world, no how-to training in the world can get you to face you. When you get the why-to of the business, the how-to becomes so much simpler. And so I want you to envision right now, as you're standing where you are, I don't want you to think about who's next to you. Your eyes should be closed. If you see me, you're not following instructions. I want you to imagine yourself as that diamond. I want you to really see it. Do you see it?
Yes.
I don't believe you. Do you see it?
Yes.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Now, I want you to celebrate yourself because sometimes we're all waiting for somebody to celebrate us, pat us on the back, tell us it's going to be all right, we're going to make it, you're going to be down, all this stuff, and you want to get to a point. Be seated. Let's train real quick. We got 7 minutes. And then y'all will hear from some real trainers after I get off stage. All right, hopefully you got your notepads and pen. I want you to give yourself some notes. My training topic today is the 3 R's of the system. How many of you have ever heard of this thing called the system in organic? Say, I have.
I have.
Say again, I have.
I have.
Now, a lot of people take this word, this notion of a system, to mean some website, some fancy to-do thing that really makes Organic what it is. And what I've got to really share with you about this system that you've been hearing about is that the system is nothing more than people working on your behalf. Are you with me? Yes. If you're with me, say yes. Yes. Say yes. Yes. Now, there are different parts of the system. There are different parts of the system. And what you've got to learn how to do is navigate through this system. You've got to learn, number one, what the system is. Write that down. Do I know what the system is? Do I know what the system is? The reason why that's important is because only a fool will get the right directions and go the wrong way. So you gotta know the truth. So the system, what is it? There are 3 parts to the system. How many have ever heard of this thing called the 4 steps? Everybody heard of the 4 steps? Yes. You know, we publicize the 4 steps. We talk about it after every CJM, after every briefing. We've gotten so creative in Organic Gold, whereas we've actually cut it out just so that you can get the what?
4 steps.
1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody.
Explore.
Now do
the 4 steps. Now do the 4 steps.
So you've heard of this, right? Now, there are different dynamics in the 4 steps that you've got to understand. And one of those dynamics is the element of the recruiting system. Everyone say recruiting system.
Recruiting system.
Say again, recruiting system.
Recruiting system.
Now, this is the foundation. After you've gotten the why-to down, this is the foundation of the how-to. It is the recruiting. Nothing happens until somebody is recruited. Are you with me? Yes. Matter of fact, you wouldn't be here unless somebody recruited you. Do you know somebody had the gall and the nerve at night? Everybody say at night.
At night.
To go to Renee and Abby Ikiola's doorstep with 3 sachets of coffee and knock on the door. And that young lady that had the will and the desire to go do that sponsored a blue diamond. See, you missed your flag. That's okay. Now, watch this. She wasn't the most articulate individual. She didn't come in with custom suits and all that type of stuff. She wasn't, in her 20s and her 30s with all this energy. This was an experienced woman.
Yeah.
She wasn't old. She was experienced. Seasoned.
Come on.
Know what that is?
Yes.
Yes. She went and knocked on the door. And because she had that desire to do it, guess what? She didn't need a script on what to say. She didn't need some training of a how to approach them. Sometimes you just got to get up.
That's right. Come on now.
See, we're not going to fight on that. You just want to hear, we're going to have 100 guys on me, one of them, let me jump. No, you're going to have to do something this weekend. See, every problem each and every one of us have, the common denominator of each one of these challenges or problems we have is us.
That's right.
You show up in every challenge you've experienced. Have you noticed that? And so that's the recruiting. What's a part of the recruiting system? We've got conference calls. How many of you know we have daily opportunity conference calls for you to introduce people to the business by show of hands? Part of our system. Coffee and jazz mixers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the heartbeat of this business. Recruiting, coffee and jazz mixers. We talk about showing the plan at least how many times a week? 4. That's if you're part-time.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Latino organization didn't get commitment.
Come on. Say that again.
No, that's Latinos! diamonds, somebody had to recruit Hosea Boy. Right? Somebody recruited Johnson Torres. Somebody recruited David and Monique, all these heroes that you have, the Nielsen family. Somebody had to recruit them. Somebody had to call them, get them an opportunity call, get them in front of the website presentations. We have so many presentations available now, whereas you can't help but recruit somebody. The only way you can recruit somebody, ladies and gentlemen, is if you have for some reason joined the OG Witness Protection Program and you are afraid of your own shadow. That's the only way you can recruit people in this business. This is the simplest business people have ever done in their life because nobody is just now finding out about coffee. Are you with me? Okay, so now that's the first part of the system, the recruiting system. Second part is the retaining system. Everyone say retaining.
Retaining.
Retaining. The retaining system is impeccable because we have a philosophy in Organic Gold. I want you to write this down. The philosophy is this. We get them in, we keep them in, and we move them along. Say it with me. Get them in.
Get them in.
Keep them in.
Keep them in.
Move them along.
Move them along.
Some of us are good at getting people in. We recruit, but we have not understood the second element of this system, which is retaining them. Now, what are some of the retaining systems that we have? Well, you're at, in my opinion, the best retaining system or part of our system in the entire country. Project 50,000 event. Celebrate yourself and make it too. Saturday trainings. How many of you have heard of the coffee break calls? I mean, you can pop a prospect or somebody that's thinking about joining the business. I've never heard somebody see the presentation, it makes sense, they have no questions, they're clear, you know, they're just ready, but they've got to think about it. You pop them on the coffee break call. Let them hear social proof from other people that the business is working. That, you know, people from Yale and people from jail. I'm going to stay on this side. All right. But all types of people, all nationalities are winning, having product experiences. And that's why we say we give no explanations, only what? Experiences. That's a part of the retaining system. When you look at the retaining system, there are other things here. You've got the Millionaire Mentorship Call. How many of you have ever heard of the Millionaire Mentorship Call? Now, in my belief, after this event, you're going to have to call into the Millionaire Mentorship Call probably about 2 hours early. Yes.